Hey guys, this is Doug. Welcome back to Danger Planet. Today we're talking all about TheoryFaux.
TheoryFaux? Oh my gosh! We're talking to Jason. Jason, do you want to say hello to the internet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome
hey,
to the internet, Jason.
Hey,
Uh,
internet.
Wow, is this your first time?
I believe
On
so.
the
Wow.
internet? Are you
Yep.
asking him if this is his first time on the internet or
First
first
time.
time?
Yeah, the guy who we asked on because he developed a web app for Malifaux to do things. Yeah, I'm asking him if this is his first time on the internet, Doug.
It's my first
Way
time
off.
to talk back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very excited to have you here. Do you mind if we tell people your Discord handle, or do you want us not to?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
So, if you're kicking it back in the Danger Planet Discord, or in like 20 other Discords
Yeah,
that
like
we're
every
that we're
other
all in,
Discord also that plays Malifaux.
yeah, you'll find Jason is at JarMotion and is on the channel today talking about this cool app.
He has a dedicated den in one of our favorite Discords, which is Pack Mentality also.
Yeah,
You can get his undivided attention there and complain about patches in this amazing client we're about to talk about and feature requests.
Before I guess we get talking to the client, do you wanna give people sort of your
What's your background, Jason? What's your lore story, dude?
gaming in general, Malifaux, and also where and how you were forged?
Sure. Okay, yeah. I'm a big video gamer for first place. I started out with a bunch of tactical RPGs, starting out in like Shining Force on the Genesis, and then like Jagged Alliance 2, XCOM, Disgaea, Final Fantasy Tactics, that whole jam. But I'm just passionate about gaming in general. Do a lot of fighting games as well. As far as tabletop gaming, I did a lot of like D&D and Shadowrun.
Shadowrun. Now that's a name that I haven't
is
heard
fucking
in a long
absolutely
time.
dope, honestly.
That can be real fun if you got a lot of like-minded people who want to do like a targeted heist kind of thing. That can be such a great game to play.
Yeah, the game's sweet.
But I went through a stage where I was buying minis for these games, and I'm like, I'm only going to buy minis that belong in a game system. So if I ever had the desire to go play a game system, I have some minis for it. I think there was an Easter sale going on, and I was playing like a Time Wizard, so I grabbed the Terra box. Like this was 2nd edition.
Yep, that
And
makes sense.
then later on, I was running a game that had like a goblin wrestling ring, and literally went out, type it out, and then sure enough, the wrestlers and
Mancha Roja.
picked up that box immediately, and
Yep.
then also at that time was exploring like Kill Team. I think that had kind of just started coming out because I didn't like. I played. Okay, sorry. To back up a little bit, I also played War Machine Mark II.
Oh, gotcha. What was your faction there?
Mercenaries.
Oh, that's wild. Mercenaries.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Sam used to be a what do you call it there? Retribution. No, not Retribution. Oh my God, I'm doing the words wrong. Sam used to be a Scorn Chad, and I played Trollbloods, which means
I love the Troll Bloods. That's like my favorite aesthetic of just like throwing big dumb rocks and stuff.
Yeah, I have literally one of them left, and I painted them all pink. I did pink skin. That's me. I did it.
Yeah, I've always been kind of, not really a snowflake gamer, but the idea of like a lot of times the most popular or the meta heavy pick is there's nothing left to discover, or at least there's less to discover. So it's less about like wanting to be the snowflake, but more of just I really enjoy the skill expression, and then
Absolutely. Oh, I mean fudge. Yes. Sorry.
So
5 minutes.
hit that real hard, but I tried 40K. I didn't like that so much. I do like individuals, you can put some personality on the models and stuff like that. And I remember playing Kill Team, kind of glanced at some of the models I picked up that were from Malifaux and noticed like one card, I think it was the Catalan Rifleman in particular. My friend was looking at it. I was like, this has more abilities than my entire Kill Team.
Yeah.
So really, from then on, it was just like a love affair with Malifaux 3rd Edition. The idea of, I think, really explore like Nelly and Colette. The whole idea of like I don't have to table the opponent. In fact, that might be like the antithesis of what I actually want to do. I just want to tie them up. Like that's amazing. And also, I'm in love with card flipping instead of dice. The idea that there's a memory. Love that game system.
Yeah.
We agree.
Yeah,
it was awesome, and
that all sounds correct. That's what I got.
And I guess that's where I'm at now. I'm still playing a lot of. I'm really passionate about games in general. I think my big thing is like very few generations in the history of the world at large has gotten to experience like the maturation of a medium of art, and that's really cool. We get to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a very unique thing to us as a current generation.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess obviously we have a lot of similarities, you Doug and I, as the rest of the Danger Plan team. We all sort of feel, I think, a lot of those ways, and which is why we sort of landed in Malifaux. But let's talk why we got you here, which is specifically like you have this cool app that you made, and there's not an official app out for 4E yet. So if people are looking to app it up, you should check out TheoryFaux.com.
Is app it up a thing? Do we say that now?
Yeah, that's like, it's like when you go into a Chili's and then you like clear off all the silverware and catch up and stuff.
App it up.
Like, yep. I'm gonna put down this 3x3 mat and we're gonna play some Malifaux and fuck off servers.
Wild. I'm not sure that's the thing.
Also, bring me some chicken wings, but we're
yeah. So I think the big arcing thing is Jason is the chief architect, CEO, and ultra cool guy that is the purveyor of TheoryFaux. So there's there's a website for it, right? There's a client, and also you are like kind of kicking around a lot of the different forums, right?
Yeah, I usually do
as a handle.
I kind of do a pass like when I get off work.
Yeah.
You
check the relevant discords. Yeah, I do that as well. Yep. Yeah,
so is there anybody else that's like sort of doing the whole bit, or is it literally just you?
For TheoryFaux, it's just me.
Wow.
How was it a different? I guess my biggest question is I have like a couple very short questions, and then I think it would be cool to walk through the software, obviously. But like, how much of an effort was it to build it from the ground up, and is it like easier just to kind of care and feed it? And is that any different right now going through a beta? Because you're like a one-man dev team going through the M4 beta with like constantly changing stuff. That seems crazy to me. Like,
yeah, so it started as a hobby project. I'm going to kind of branch off of your question just a little bit because I think it helps to talk about like I made it because I didn't like playing on Vassal, at least with an app and getting to look at one card at a time and so forth. So I made it for 3rd edition because I really wanted to look at multiple cards and actually just in general because I like brewing. That's probably my favorite part of any game I play. And as far as building it from the ground up and maintaining it, different challenges. I mean, this is, I've been a front-end developer for quite a while now. I guess full stack, but like focusing on front end for quite a while. I got a pretty passion for design. And so I've gotten to stretch a lot of those muscles with it. It's like started as kind of a hobby project, of course. I guess it still is a hobby project, but definitely a bigger passion now. And there's like remnants of other things I try to do. Like at first this started where I was messing with drag and drop stuff and it was supposed to describe shadow rules.
Wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So because I mean, I guess obviously we're approaching this from a perspective of here's an option for M4, but you were doing this during M3. Like what was the sort of lifespan of this being available during 3rd Ed?
It was available for a few months before the 4th edition beta dropped.
Yeah.
I know a few people were using it and spoke well of it and gave me some good suggestions and ideas. Like different sizes, the smallest size that came from Drayson and like Eddie gave me the idea for these multiple tabs.
Yeah, and those are the tabs for like I'll have my crew, my opponent's crew, and then 2 more because they're just our 4 suits, I guess.
Yeah, I keep going back and forth on how I want to do that. Like, yeah, I can talk about that more as we go into it.
Yeah, we definitely will. But I mean, it's cool. I like the idea, especially for brewing, because there isn't like somewhere else to be able to view multiple cards at the same time. But I guess I kind of jumping the gun there. Doug, do you have anything else you want to cover before we go through?
No, I mean, I think he did a good job of giving context for kind of how he got into building an app. It's not like, I guess where I was ultimately getting was, it's not like a super like, there's not a ton of people that are just like, I guess I'll build a Malifaux app. So you have to be uniquely qualified to do that in some capacity.
Yeah.
So, and I think we got there for context. So,
Yeah, I ended up with a break of time between jobs. Like I knew I had kind of one on upcoming, but it was going to be a while before I started it. And so, okay, I'm gonna keep my React skills up to date. And
yeah, it's like a coding exercise, and it's about one of
Mhm.
your hobbies, so you're passionate enough to give enough of a fuck to finish it.
And actually, a really fun thing has been every time the beta stuff, the new release comes out every Thursday, I've written probably about 10 different Python scripts to automate being able to get into a form that I can upload to the site.
So I guess the next, sort of, questions answered. The next natural conclusion probably is going to be, hey, let's walk through this. So obviously there's a bunch of features, but I think the coolest thing to do would be to just like get ready like we're setting up for a game, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, like walk through
do you
the
want?
setup process and talk to us about like your methodology behind like, this is why I did it this way. Here's how this works. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. 'Cause kind of quite a bit of it happened, like call it the eating your own dog food way, where
Sure.
like you play with it and you realize, oh, this sucks, or that'd be neat. So okay, where to start? And is this coming across?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I see
cool.
everything.
Let's see. I guess you started off. It'll have a start screen there. Okay, so if we are starting a game, I'm starting with someone.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be me. I'll join live. Why not?
Okay, cool. Do you have it open?
I do.
All right. I'll generate a room code,
Oh.
Ooh, just for you.
and if that comes across,
Yeah.
so take this little
ZGMB.
tram guy and type that in.
Yeah. Boop. Wow.
And that should, okay. Cool. We can minimize that now. So we'll just do it with crew mode on. It's hard to like walk myself through it because I know what everything is, but
Yeah.
so we can pick from, it just shows masters if you have crew mode on, and this will become your active master. So I will just pick Karis, and it should automatically add totem and crew upgrade, as well as I don't know if you're doing anything on your end, but if you click on this key, since we're in the same room, it should show Karis now.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. And then it should like auto update if I put a token or anything on her.
It did. Amazing.
But normally, I mean, you might have this filled out before we join because it's pretty dumb. It's just going to look at whatever tab you have from this drop down.
Okay.
So we'll add a few guys. We'll add some out of keywords and 2 versatilles. Well, just 1. Because I think I'm over now.
Yeah. Okay. So 48. So you have two soul stones.
Yeah.
So I guess. So walking back, I guess before anything. So you hit the the tab that you're on. So you're building in the crow tab. So
Yes.
so like if you click on the mass tab, maybe you'll see Seamus.
No. You're only sharing one.
Oh, okay.
So I will see whatever tab you chose to share under this key tab.
Oh, gotcha. And how do I select which tab that I'm sharing?
So if you go back to that tram menu, there's chosen crew.
Oh, sure. Okay. So because I put in a thing. So now if you look at thing, you see Seamus. We did it. Wow. Okay. And so basically you have all 8 factions, which there's no overlap faction models anymore. But if for the models that are out of faction, right? Are like, let's say for instance like the Malisaurus in thingy, or Doppelganger. Oh, there you go. Yeah. And so Lucius. So everything that is hireable is listed under the master.
Yes, it'll show up under the keyword that they're in.
Very cool. And then so now we see we see this Karis list that you built. And so you have this list, which is all the models, which you can sort of scroll through, and your opponent can scroll through, and I can see what you've shared and scroll through it on my end, which is very cool. I assume I can't edit your list at all.
If you are able to make any changes, they go away as soon as I make another change.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like I'm able to in any case.
I tried to lock it down, but yeah.
Yeah. And so, okay, so once we, we connect with via the little tram button, that's set. Then we get into a position where we build our list, which is just a click and drop down menu. That took me seconds to figure out the first time. I'm sure most people won't have any real issues with that. And so now that we, kind of have our list built, and you can see like all of these cards too. And I think there are some that are brand new and they won't have art, but the vast majority have like the art from their M3 cards.
Yes, I went and I wrote a little script that just cropped all the art from the old cards and then tries to match up.
Gotcha. Okay, and then do you so you have so that way they have a thing. Is there anything for like if you, let's say you added the second fire branded?
Yes, and I need to go through and okay. So if you want to add the second, like if there's minion 3,
yeah,
you can. There's a plus sign that'll be on.
Plus. Yeah.
So then I'll add over here, and
gotcha.
I need to wire it up, but I have all the art for those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the art would make it selectable, or just something that says number 2, so that way it's doable. But yeah, very cool. So okay, so we have like basically the general premise here, but also you built in sort of scheme, strategy, and like gameplay features as well.
First off, I do want to say if you don't like the art or you want to print it out or something like that, this gear icon lets you go and you can turn off quite a few things.
Gotcha. Yeah, the damage tracker, the status thing, you can do throw out temp card art. You can stop showing front and back as well. Neat.
Yes, and depending on how you want to print them out or something like that. There's also a thing where these cards are actually a little bit off-white, so if you try to print them, it's a little weird.
Okay.
But this option here, this print off-white as white, I was pretty proud of this because it actually takes a range of white colors and then shunts them all to pure white for a printer.
Oh, that's super clever. Yeah. How so what do you mean print them off? Like you have an export to print button?
No, if you just hit Control P.
Yeah. Oh, and it'll print the page.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can print it at like fits in a tarot card sleeve scale?
Yeah. So if you go over to the settings and hit T.
Oh God, T for tarot. Holy crap.
Mind blown.
This should print 3 to a row, or 3 to a page.
Brandon just defecated.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I've been dealing with the printing and I've gotten my system down pretty crazy, but that's nuts. I will be messing with that later on. And obviously, so T, that makes sense. I was wondering what T was when I was messing around with this a bit ago. So T is T, and then it's 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 is how many you see on the screen.
Yes, exactly.
The last button is full screen, so it shows literally everything all at once.
No, the last button is actually the actual size of the source image.
Oh, gotcha.
Which
okay.
I don't know if that's handy at all, but it just felt like
it should vary widely depending on what you're viewing it on and what the resolution of that. Yeah, okay. So,
but everything else tries to keep the cards together, front and back, like in a pair. Yeah. I think that last one doesn't.
And obviously, it's going to look different whether you're using it on a tablet, whether you're using it on a laptop, or whether you're using it on the app. But I found basically that the two side by side is just super responsive and scrollable, and also still very readable on my Pixel 6. I don't know, Doug. What phone do I have? Is it Pixel 6?
I think so. Yours, yeah.
So, yeah, I think Pixel 6. So, and it's not the biggest phone, but it's it's pretty good. And also you can zoom in on mobile, which presumably you could on desktop as well. But the zoom is super good, and this is like one of the coolest features. Even if I don't use it while playing, I'm absolutely going to be using it this way. And quite frankly, I'm really excited to try it out in my game later this week. Okay, great. So we talked about the like all the different settings that you have in the gear icon. And then if we talk about strats and schemes now, or is there anything you want to talk about before?
I mean, we can go to stats and schemes, and I can cover some of the other tabs.
Let's just cover the tabs. That makes more sense.
We have the settings, which are the gear, and then we have it's like a little fate card simulator. I mean, it is a truly I forget the name of the random algorithm I use, but it's supposed to be pretty solid to generate card.
I love the like old Microsoft-esque card back looking art. That's my favorite. I don't know if that was your intent, but
100%.
Great, rad. Yeah, because that is like the old Microsoft card back.
Yep.
Can you add the rest of them as like skinnable options for your deck?
I was really debating on it. But it just became like, I just started making other things and kind of left it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so, do you plan on presumably the deck bit is just like one button, and I guess I don't know if you could change it between the 30 version or the 4th version, but do you plan on swapping it to draw 7 in 1?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, since it did start as a 30 thing, which you can go to, there's a little link right there. But
yeah.
And then here you can drag them up to the in play. If you click the deck, it pulls one off the top.
Wow. For flipping, yeah. And do you I assume manual for double flips, triple flips, and stuff, and then just choose what you want.
Yeah.
And then you obviously have reset and shuffle, and then you can you just highlight, click the one you want, and then put it over, or does discard the discard carrot discards it all?
Okay, so yeah, the carrot puts everything in play into the discard.
Oh, gotcha.
Or you can just drag cards directly there.
Oh, sure.
And also out.
Yeah, pretty simple. I mean, I think it's a neat thing, and I think you had mentioned earlier, which might have been before we started recording, that you added it because one of your friends was like, "I want to test at work."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a good friend who gave me a lot of suggestions for this app. This is one of them. A lot of it working for mobile is thanks to him.
Yeah, the mobile responsiveness is like fucking insane. It's like really good.
He definitely imparted to me that I should care.
And then so that's the card flipping tab. What is the compass?
The compass is so essentially people were making games. I was making a game, but I realized me and a friend were still having this issue of just like, oh well, what strat? What that little like dirtle around you do kind of before.
Yeah.
So I just decided, because I really enjoyed in the original the official 30 app, that it would do all that for you. So did this. You can shuffle everything. You can shuffle just one, or you can pick and choose.
And okay. I was gonna say, do you have deployment? But it's that huge box to the left that it'd be hard to miss. Rad. Do you have the suits for deployment? No. Okay, that's fine.
No.
I always forget them, so I'm always like, which one's which. I know Ram's standard, Wedge is. Nope. Cool. Well, we did it. And it random picks a strategy and 3 schemes. So now that we're connected in a game, if you set in on a strategy, like right now it's showing different ones. How will it? How does it input that? Or is that just like a shuffly thing?
Yeah, this is kind of just a shuffly thing. It's up to us to still chat and discuss that part. We do have when you choose here, it lets you pick just from those 3 schemes.
Okay.
For your own use.
And then gotcha. So when you show schemes and then it picks, and then same thing with strategies, I assume. Yeah, if you click on the show strategies.
Mm-hmm.
It was that select one. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Rad. Okay, so now it's updated on mine. So we're playing Plan Explosives, and I've chosen Boundary Dispute, which that's not how that works. Sorry, hold on. Let me see. No.
Yeah, that's not shared. That does need to get shared across. The multiplayer stuff is beta.
Yeah, hey, you got to start somewhere, but it works out. I mean, tracking it's nonetheless, but there's no way to obviously it's the Malifaux community, so this is never going to happen. But let's say I'm not convinced that my opponent really chose detonate charges when they could have. There's nothing to do for that as of yet.
Not as of yet.
Cool. All right.
Unless you could go and see their computer screen.
Yeah, well, obviously, if my opponent's cheating, I'm gonna confiscate all of their electronics.
Actually, one thing that's kind of crazy though, I was looking at the original 3E official app. It would send over the secrets that you wrote in plain text.
Yeah. Oh, just like into the app somewhere.
Yeah, like your assassination target and stuff like that. It got sent over in the data packet.
That's wild. So theoretically, some unscrupulous folks throughout all of the edition of 30 might have had some sort of diversion program to just read what you write.
It's a possibility. I doubt it would have happened at all, but yeah.
Wow. I think that's too much. I think for the scope of this video to crack wide open the note cheating scheme of 30 that allowed whichever groups it was to prosper, but.
I found that out.
Note this down. We'll do this in a future episode.
I sent it to them, or I sent over the message to Weird, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we know, but it's okay." And then Fourth came out like, a couple weeks later, or
I'm sorry. Breaking news. Are you saying that Fourth Edition only exists because you exposed a critical flaw in weird security?
Yes.
Because that's what I heard.
That was the response. I mean, I'm not gonna correlation
like,
and all.
That's so funny. Forget correlation and causation. This is causation. That's what that was. Nice. So I picked mine as well. So we have it in. I see obviously set opponent's last scheme. So that's also helpful for knowing which 3 you could go through. And let's say I set that scheme. What does that do? Oh, it shows me what they have and then what 3 it could be.
Yep.
Wow. That's so helpful. Okay, so in that case, that's pretty much all of the information you need for that. And then so let's say we're at the end of a round. How do I go and change my scheme?
So, okay. Well, also, just before we bypass this part, you are able to put a note, like there's a little, it looks like a notepad button.
Oh, sure.
If you need to write down something, like you chose a specific target or something like that, that goes there. And then also, I played a game where we were kind of able to see each other's screens. So I added this little hide button.
Wow. So fancy.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But then if you just click on the card, it'll bring up the next 3 linked schemes. It'll bring up all the schemes, but it'll highlight and let you choose from the next 3.
Gotcha. Okay, but now, that being said, can I choose from the unhighlighted ones? Because I think there's one ability on one crew that you can spend like 3 soul stones to swap it to pick any scheme you want.
Yes, and you can.
Oh, rad. Cool. I feel like it's got to be an Arcanist crew. I don't remember who it was, but that was a thing I saw at some point, and maybe that was in the closed beta, and I shouldn't have said that, but I don't know.
They've been playing around with that on a lot of the crew actions, it seems like.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Okay, so and then that lets you check, and then it changes to the next one, and then you just go make your way downtown, basically. And I assume then that the what do you call it? Oh, I died. I assume then that I just left the thing. Oh, I left the thing and it disconnected me. How fix? That's a good question. Oh, recent rooms. Wow. Holy crap, that's so convenient.
That was an emotional roller coaster you just took us all on, Brandon.
It was, yeah.
Holy shit.
That's amazing. Yeah, there's just like a recent rooms button if you've been using cookies or traffic or some other internet buzzword.
Yeah, I got dropped. I'm like, I need something like that.
Yeah, fair enough. Can you click on your power bar?
It's actually like a amazing advertisement for that feature, to be honest.
It's amazing. So that was super easy to get back into. That makes a lot of sense. And I guess then the only question I have is the point tracker. Is that I assume there's no automation or anything. That's just
automation
up and down.
No.
And if you toggle it, I won't see it.
Right.
Update. Okay.
I am. I can show you that in just a second. Last tab, real fast, before we go on, is just to bring up the rules PDF.
The rules, and then at the bottom, there's some stuff happening.
I need to make it searchable. It does some weird stuff, but
sure. Because the app doesn't handle PDFs and needs to have text. It converted to text first.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. All right, so if you're messing around with that, maybe you'll mess with it, or maybe just ignore it because it doesn't really matter. You can just read it.
Yeah, and right now it's been like since a new PDF has been coming out every week. It's been low priority on that part.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, hopefully sometime soon. I think they're about to send it to print, so that the comp rules should be somewhat more stable soon. The only problem on mobile that I'm having with it is it's kind of the section drop down is super cool, but I'm having a little bit of a tricky time navigating the pages because the button is so small on mobile. Yeah. So maybe like a double tap on the side to flip pages or something would be cool, but
I'd like that.
I don't know if that's a thing, but all in all, rules tab, great, and that's all the tabs. So we've talked about how you upload a list, how you interact with strats and schemes on it, what you score with. I think the only other question is like the interactable nature of the stuff, which again, if you remember, is all toggleable via the setup. So right now, if we look at your Karis, which hopefully this will work out. If not, I'll I don't know what I'll do. I'll like cut this or something. You can toggle health, which is cool. You have not only health toggleable, I mentioned earlier, you have power bar toggleable, and you have a whole bunch of conditions. And now, is this, I guess, is this just you're adding conditions as they show up, or I don't know how many conditions there are even in the game anymore, or not conditions, tokens.
Yeah.
How many tokens there are even in the game anymore? But...
So I just by default I put the ones that are in the rule book, and then I just made 4 extra tokens that you could use to signify for your crew specific ones.
Gotcha. Hear me out. There are a lot of conditions, and you could just make 8, one for each faction color.
That's a good idea.
Just saying.
Yep.
And you could even get creative with the shapes that you do to reflect how you feel individually about each. Like, can I just say poo emoji Bayou Brown? We did it.
I'm Bayou true and true though. Say no.
No, I mean that's fine. I'm just saying it's their spirit emoji. I made a comment earlier in the weird place about the Bayou. Somebody was talking about the Bayou thing, and I was like, when the Bayou book comes out, the Bayou book is going to have lines from a bunch of characters talking about the Bayou, and none of the Bayou characters are actually going to say anything. Cough, Madness of Malifaux, cough, that no Bayou characters had any lines, cough. It's fine.
I will say I've never felt more drawn to a faction in any game I've ever played. I am born and raised in New Orleans, near the Bayou, and I play the banjo.
Oh,
that's
my
great.
Gosh. You're a regular banjonista.
Amazing.
And I went to the University of Arkansas, whose call is Woo Pig Suey.
Is it really?
100%. It were the Razorbacks.
Do you own an Ulix crew?
Yeah. Oh, and they're painted red. Yeah.
We love it. That's amazing.
Oh, and then I guess also while we're on the topic, you can also toggle activated or not activated.
Yes. This big green button.
Which grays out the whole thing. Wow.
And if you could reset all of them here, bring them back, detoggle them here, or if you need them like for reference, don't need them to show up, you can just click the eye and that disappears.
Oh, geez, Karis is gone now. And you can set it just fronts, just backs. So if you just want to like for your opponent's crew, if you just want to watch like what their health is, yeah, fair. Very robust options. I gotta say. A lot of cool stuff, and overall, I'm pretty impressed for an app developed by one person.
If you, I will also just, stop me if I'm.
No, please. Yeah, what you got?
Yeah. So another thing, you fill these up. You can use your numpad or actually not just your numbers 1, 2 through 5 to quick switch.
Okay.
Like if you just had one computer and you had both people's crews up or something like that.
Yeah. So on your second monitor, if you're doing Vassal or tabletop sim. And you have and export, I guess, is also a super important bit that we do.
Yeah, and I just recently kind of got with the people who made the TTS mod.
Right. Yeah, which they mentioned that was a thing that we talked about in that video.
Yeah.
So the little hamburger on the above the crew activation is your export option. So you can export to clipboard, so you can just copy and paste your list, or to a file, which is the file that you need for the TTS upload.
Yeah, it just goes to a text file.
To just a text file. Neat. Oh. Wow. And is there, I guess, my last question about the specificity is there anything else you want to talk about or sort of demonstrate in the app? I mean, a pretty robust demonstration.
And do you have anything coming up, any like cool features or things you're thinking about adding to the app?
Okay, yeah. I guess two to both. One, this was hidden for a long time. I just going to show it off.
Oh, so you can fully just clear your whole crew?
But if you turn crew mode on, this is clear. I made a whole character select. Oh.
What?
Character select screen.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that was very loud.
What? What?
No.
I didn't hear anything loud.
Okay,
what?
cool.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're not hearing sound from your app. Does it make noise?
Yes, it is playing the music from Marvel's Capcom 2, which I kind of stole the idea from this character select screen from.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we can only hear the audio feed from your actual mic.
It's good that we didn't, because we'll get demonetized. Maybe, I don't know. That's super cool. That's super cool. Okay, hold on. How do I do this again? So you have to have crew mode on. You have to have the app clear.
It's clear, and then there's a little icon here.
There is a little icon.
It used to be you had to type in yipes which is a commentator for fighting games.
That's hilarious.
My big one that I did a bunch of was I practiced a shit ton of Soul Calibur 3, and
Nice.
I got really really good with Sophitia
Yeah.
because we had a after high it was a high school video game club basically, and one of the fighters that we played with Soul Calibur 3, the other one we played was Smash, and then we played some kids played Tekken and some other shit. But I like that was like the one game where I memorized like a 23 input juggler, and if you could like hit someone after getting hit like twice, you could just like one tap them with the juggler, and that was like the one game I ever got any good at
Nice.
from the fighting game with. Yeah.
Mine was Smash Brothers Melee. I played so much of that.
Were you doing like L canceling and wave dashing?
Oh yeah, wave dashing all day. I think I permanently injured my hand, kind of thing.
You have arthritis now to prove it.
But I did just
Basically.
pick up Rivals of Aether 2, which plays just like Smash Melee. And so it's all coming back. I had to like search for a GameCube controller and everything.
Yeah, you got to get yourself a. We call them, my buddies, we call them reamers. You got to get yourself a really clean, spiffed reamer so that you can get those really good button presses, basically.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's not often that I have literally no idea what's happening. That's usually what I do to other people. So this is pretty wild.
Brandon's like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Two other quick. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, just two other quick things. One is the sidebar collapses.
Oh, how do you collapse it? Just
click on the edge. There's kind of an extended edge to click on, or
Okay.
There's an option here for distinct sidebar control, which adds a button down here.
Wow. Very cool.
And so that's collapsed. The tabs are now down here.
Oh, and then I don't know if we mentioned it specifically, but if you want to click on the mess with click on the character portrait right in the center
for the tokens, yes.
Tokens, yeah. And then health, you just click on the health unless that's disabled, which you can toggle on and off in the settings menu.
And then there's also a down here updates and help, which has all the patch notes. And then I try to include a animated GIF for all the concepts you can do with it.
Yeah. And you importantly your Ko-fi link, yeah.
Yeah, that was demanded that I add.
Yeah, you absolutely should, for sure. And it has your your contact info, but like also just like get in the Discords. Yeah, this is rad. This is super cool thing, and if you're playing Malifaux, but at the very least before the official app comes out, check this out. But also like there's utility and reason that you might want to check this out regardless, and I strongly recommend you do.
And the you said the things coming up that I'm working on that I
So what kind of cool features you have coming up?
So I added this last night and actually broke some stuff, and I was in a rush to fix it again. But okay, let's see if we're still in a room or whatever. But basically, there's summary tabs.
Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah. How does that? How do you enable this?
Okay, so you have to have this dev flag on. So you go to TheoryFaux.com/?dev=1 until it's ready to go. But you can use it now.
Okay. Is that is that something that you want us to tell people, or do you?
I don't care. They're free to use it.
Sure.
But this controls everything just like it was. But your opponent's crew would appear here.
Gotcha.
It's not great on the phone yet. I'm still working on that, but yeah.
Rad. Yeah, I mean that's super cool and very and then it show on the bottom. What are the three defenses on the underneath the icons?
They are that if they have a fortitude, a warding, or the unusual defense. I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Rad. And then I guess if they do, is that what will it just be highlighted, or will the other?
Yes, it'll look like this when they have it.
Gotcha.
I wrote a script and I just need to run it and have it go through every card and. And
what the listeners won't have heard is the 20-minute downtime of me talking a bunch of Python-y script nonsense about ripping info for card stuff. So shout back to that conversation that you guys aren't going to hear. I don't know. Maybe I'll post the extended cut on the Patreon. Who knows?
But I think that's everything, honestly.
Well, I guess ultimately, do you want to just like Future Brandon cut this? I guess if you want, do you want to just throw up the fighter select screen for the rest of the chat, because that'd be rad. So yeah, I mean, if that's everything, rad. I think if you haven't checked this out, definitely check it out, TheoryFaux.com. I guess, Jason, do you have any, aside from new features for this, do you have anything else you're doing coming up that you might want to keep people into or talk about, or just kind of check this app?
Just check this app, Malifaux wise. This is taking up most of my time on it.
Yeah, sure.
I got, always have 100 passion projects on the bank, but nothing else. Yeah, I'd like to give a big shout out to my friend Ellis. We started Malifaux together. He's the big reason that I'm still with Malifaux. We pretty much play all games against each other. It's been a lot of fun. I'd also like to give a big shout out to the Malifaux community. Everybody has been super supportive of the project, really free with expressing their thanks and everything. It's been great. They've offered a ton of ideas and suggestions. It's been a delight to be able to make something that contributes. And I got a lot of great feedback and the suggestion for the mobile version from Big Breakfast. He provided a lot of input and basically made sure that that worked correctly.
Yeah, makes sense. And then maybe one day we'll have the rest of these little squares filled out. Why? Okay, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
How are there? Are there less than several? 7?
What do you mean? Sorry.
How do you? There's not the right number. No.
I'm just adding them as they come out.
Yeah. Okay. I see. This is added crews, not total. Oh, because there's a whole bunch of I can see around the edges. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Future Brandon, cut this. That was a ridiculous question. Yeah, that's rad. Thank you so much for chatting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Doug, do you have any other questions you want to ask, or
No, I think we covered everything. I mean, I guess you got to say goodbye to the internet. I think.
Oh, that is important. Yeah. Do you want to say goodbye to the internet?
Yeah. Goodbye, internet, and thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Jason. Internet. Goodbye, Doug. Do you want to say goodbye to the internet?
Goodbye, internet.
Wow. That's all I got. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot the. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the planet. You can check out the video description below for all of our important info and links. You can see a link to the Discord if you want to come be nerds on the internet with us. We have channels for like all the games that we're playing and all of our community members are excited about. You can also check out all of our affiliate links for like our Redbubble merch store, our Pro Acryl discount code because they make the best hobby supplies on our planet and yours. And of course, our weird affiliate link if you're buying Malifaux stuff straight from Jonathan Q. Weird himself. Most importantly, though, you can see a link to our Patreon where I post things from time to time, like behind the scenes cuts or early vids. And we even have a tier where I'll bake you cookies and send them to you in real life. Thanks a ton to our current patrons who cover the cost of all of our software to make these videos, and we couldn't do it without them. You can see their names appearing now across the screen. And until next time, goodbye, the internet. We did it!